I am Kristina Marquez. I work at Gates Vascular Institute in Buffalo, New York in an open heart unit. I was in the Air Force for 5 years. Overseas, I served as a critical care air transport team member as a respiratory therapist. It's a 3-person team. You spend time together training to form a really congealed group to go in and take care of patients. But I don't think anything ever prepares you for what you see when you're over there. Sergeant Cash was one of the most heroic men that I had the privilege to meet. His Bradley vehicle was hit with an improvised explosive device. He was in charge of the men that were in that vehicle, and he single-handedly, him and another gentleman, pulled everyone out to safety with no thinking twice about his own safety and his own regard, being burned severely each and every time that he went in. He helped save 7 people. And when I saw him in the hospital, he was still awake and able to respond, and he was still wondering how the people were that he had pulled out of that vehicle. The symptoms of PTSD started before I ever returned from Iraq. I came back from my second deployment in 2007 and did Louisville in 2011 and Lake Placid in 2012. Training your body and just the physical and the mental challenges that you experience for an Ironman seem to keep the symptoms at bay, as well as just really motivate me. And I seem to manage them well. At least I thought so, until this past January. The nightmares increased, the flashbacks, if you will, which I'd never had before, became prevalent. During my longest training days is when my experiences of being overseas are the closest. Swimming, I would see Sergeant Cash frequently. Running, I would break down and just cry and just have this overwhelming feelings of sadness. The thoughts of wanting to not be here anymore soon followed after that, and so then I sought help. I was at the Veterans Hospital and saw the sign for Wounded Warrior, and like myself, every day I'm sure that there are more veterans that find themselves in need of those resources. Ironman Foundation has provided the perfect platform. Your Journey, Your Cause has allowed healing for myself, as well as I'm hoping that the overwhelming generous donations of over $4,000 as of today will reach thousands of veterans as well as their family members. The war isn't over for many veterans and their families. Every day, whether they're living with the physical injuries that they experienced or the invisible scars like myself, every day they need the support and resources available through Wounded Warrior Project. I'd like to think that I can be a voice or even a glimmer of hope for any veteran or even family member, because they're all experiencing it just in different ways, that in true Ironman essence, anything is possible.